What's going on, guys? Bill's here from AchievementLand, and I'm here with an achievement walkthrough for We Were Here. This game releases onto the Xbox One today, September 16, 2019, and it's actually free with games with gold. So this is an online co-op game only. The whole point of this game is you work with somebody online and you have to figure out puzzles, like helping each other. One person's the explorer, one person's the librarian. We have to do 2.5 playthroughs. You have to do all the puzzles as an explorer, do them all as a librarian, and then there's 2 different endings, and then also we have to do something in a 3rd playthrough. I'm going to invite my dummy account here. You get an achievement for sending an invite. You want to do it like how I just did it, where you click on the partner and send invite, because then you'll get an achievement. Navigate the menu with the D-pad, makes it a lot easier. But once they're in, you can set it for Explorer or Librarian. I'm going to be the Explorer. They do pretty much most of the work, but I'm going to show you both sides and show you all the answers for the puzzles and whatnot. It's a pretty short game. It only takes about like 15 to 20 minutes to go through it. One more thing is you can't be in a party with the person you're playing with when doing this. It won't let you play. You have to play with the walkie-talkies in the game, or you can use Skype. Alright, so we just started here. First thing we're going to do is grab the walkie-talkie. You have to grab it before you can start. That will make the first puzzle show up. And then we got the 2 eyes up here will light up, and they give you 2 different colors. The puzzles change every time you play. This time it's blue and red. Now the other player, the librarian, has a chart in the room with the eyes, and they could tell you what the passcode is. So it's a pretty fun game. I actually recommend playing it legit and having fun, having them tell you where to go and how to go through. But yeah, they told me N and M, so I put it in, and yeah, so that opened up the door. And we also get an achievement for doing it perfect without messing up. So if you put in the wrong code, you won't get it. So you got to do it perfectly the first time. So we're gonna try to do perfect on everyone. And the perfect achievement pops for both players. So it will pop for you and your co-op partner. And also there's an achievement for solving the puzzle from the librarian side and also the explorer. That's why you got to do 2 playthroughs. So this is the librarian. They got their achievement. Now they're going to go into the next room, and this is how they're going to help you with the next puzzle. So now we're the explorer. This is the one. We need this portrait. Now you can have your co-op partner tell you, but I'm going to show you right here. You can just look at this picture right here, find the one it is, and then the 3 symbols underneath, you're just going to match them. Some of them are very similar, so you just got to be careful. Like check the snail back, or their face, or the feathers, or how their legs are spread apart. So we matched the same painting. Now we have to get the 3 things that we need. Like I said, it is fun playing this, like legit, having people like trying to describe what the icon is that you have to get. This is this kind of like spoils the game, this walkthrough, but this is just for people that want to get all the achievements. If you don't have somebody to play with, if you have 2 Xboxes, you can do this by yourself. Alright, so we just did that puzzle, and we did it perfectly. Now we go into the next room, and it's going to say a color on top here. And it says green here. Even though it's orange, it tries to mess with you a little bit. But yeah, it's green. So now with the librarian, they actually have to do something here. This is like one of the few things they have to do. A door opens up, and you have to go down to the basement, and you're going to find these valves down here. And whatever color it is, you got to match them to make it. So it was green, so we got to do blue and yellow. It's not that urgent, but the room does start to fill up with water for the explorer. And you want to try not to die the whole time. That's one of the achievements as well, which it's not too hard. I'm going to show you everything to do so you won't have to die. So we got the achievement for solving the puzzle as the explorer and doing it perfect. And now we can go to the next room. You hit the switch to open the gate, then you hit it again to open the second gate. Now we have to perfect the maze, of course. So you gotta hit the switches in the right order and just make sure you only hit them once. So first is blue, then we gotta do green. You'll see things moving around like that. It's just to bug you out. You don't have to worry about them. Alright, so the green switch is over here. And now we have to go back to the blue one. Alright, now we have to go to the red one, which is to the right. There's another achievement to do with the red switch. That's what we're going to do our third playthrough for. You're just going to get up to the dungeon and you're just going to take the red switch and go up and down with it like 10 times. It gives you a different ending, so that's why we got to do it on a third playthrough. Now we're heading back to the blue one, which is right over here. And then back to green for our last switch. That's where we gotta go. Just hit the switch. And now it's open, and now we can exit. Alright, this one, you don't want to take too long in this. Your screen starts to get all fogged up. Alright, I can't see. Alright, so we gotta go in this. Click on it and you just got to match it on the green 3 times. If you mess up, it just goes back a light. Next, go to this and just click on it. And now we have to move the chess pieces. First thing we're going to do is move the 4th white one up 2. Then the 4th black one up 2. 4th from the end over here, whatever. Then the bishop's going to go out to here. Then we're going to move this one up 1. And then we have to move out the queen on the white side. Right here. Then we have to move the knight over here to the right of the pawn. Right next to it. And then we take the queen and move it right here. And that's it. So we got perfect chess and we got beaten it for the explorer. Now let's get out of here. We're going to go into this room to exit. Now you're going to find a book here and then you got to match it with your co-op partner. It will tell you like the path to go. So I'm going to show you all the books. We got the first book, book number 1. You can see the pattern, and then on the back, this is what it says. But this is the path you gotta go. Then the second book, and then it tells you what you have to do. And this is the path you have to go. There's 6 different books. This is the 3rd one. It's kind of confusing on the back, because sometimes it'll say do this, but before doing that, do this, so it can get a little hectic. So that's why I included the map. It makes it so much easier. Then you won't mess up at all. This is the 5th book. This is what it says. And this is what you have to do. And then the last book. And this way you can just match your book, whichever one you have, and then just follow the path and get across safely. I had the first book, so I have to come over here. Can't jump, so you gotta go up the steps. Just be very careful. So I gotta go here, and then this way, and back, and over here, and then straight across. There we go. We did it. The achievement for completing that perfectly, and also for completing it with the Explorer. Alright, so now we're at the play. We need the librarian to actually do something again. They're going to go into the newly opened room and go down to the play, and they have to hit the gramophone. So the door opened up here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's feature show.
Now just go up here on the stage and just click on this. Once you click on it, it will start like a timer, and this thing is like moving towards you that will hurt you. So you got to start moving fast. This is pretty easy. I'm going to show you. You just got to know what these ones do. You got the castle, king, queen, mad king, and people. The first one does nothing. So we have to set up each scene. The first scene that we have to set up is the castle and the people. So the second one is castle and the last one is people. So you go to this one and you're just going to keep spinning it. And it's going to move out onto the stage. And then we're going to go to the last one and spin this one. You can't see it moving, only a partner could see it. But you should know how long it takes. You can kind of get a feel how long it takes to roll them out. And they stop at a certain point. Once you have it set up, you can start the scene. And that will move them out of the way so you can do the next scene. Alright, so now this one we have to do the castle and then the king and queen. So the first one is the castle. And then we'll go over to the next one. You can kind of hear them stop. And then we hit the scene. And that scene's done. Now we're going to do the next scene. And that's pretty much the same thing except with the people. So we got castle, king, queen, and the people. This one's the castle. This one's the king. This one's the queen. And then this one's the people. And once that's done, hit the scene.
All were happy and all was good.
Now for this one, we need to retract the king and put out the mad king. So we're going to go to this one and we're going to spin it the other way so that he goes off the stage. And then we're going to go to this one, the bottom one down here, and put on the Mad King. And then hit the scene.
Until the king killed all he could.
Now we're going to just put on the king by himself and the bloodlight. So bring the king out. And the bloodlight is over here. Hit the switch. And then hit scene.
Standing in blood, he proudly said.
And there we go. Now we got the achievement for not dying throughout the game. We got the achievement for completing this as the explorer. And also the achievement for doing it perfectly. So now we're going to jump down here, and this is the end here. You're going to actually meet your co-op partner for the first time here. The first and last time. Now there's a switch here on the ground. Only one person could exit. So you have to do two different endings. So one where they hold the switch and they let you go. And then you have to do the opposite on your next playthrough, where you hold the switch and you let them go. Worst friend forever. So there we go. We did our one playthrough. Now after you finish that, you got to do it again. But this time you got to be the librarian. And the librarian's very easy. You don't even really have to do that much. Just set up another game and make sure you're the librarian. You switch it right here. Now for the librarian, you won't have to do much. You could just stand there while the explorer does all the work. You're really supposed to go around and like tell them, but with this guide you don't even have to do anything except for a couple things like going down for the valves and then going to the stage at the end.
Standing in blood, he proudly said.
And then once you're at the end of the game, you just do the other ending. Last time we exited and our friend stood there. This time we're going to watch our friend leave. There we go. Why me? Now, like I said, we have one more achievement that you have to do. You have to go through like half the game. You just have to go up to the dungeon. So when you get up to the dungeon, you have to go all the way to the red switch. And just keep switching it up and down. You have to do it like 10 times. And then eventually you'll get an achievement. And there you go. Apparently you get a different ending too. I think you both survive, so that's why you gotta do it a third time. But there we go. That's the full walkthrough for the game to get you all the achievements. I hope this helped you. Leave a like if it did. And I'll see you next time here at Achievement Land.